grandparents because they always like to read to me, and my grandpa used to really, he used to buy like a lot of stuff for me, and I can still remember both of my grandpas even though they're both in heaven.
I love my granny and grandpa because whenever I'm feeling sick or sad, they always give me a big hug. She always sews us things, and whenever I visit her, we go and get some things. And I say thank you, and she says you're welcome.
So my granny, whenever I come to her, she lets me pet her little doggies, and she always, when I sit on her lap, she gives me a tickle.
I love them a lot. This is my grandpa that drops me off. This is my granny, and that's my other grandpa. I love my granny and grandpa so much. They spoil me all the time. My granny and grandpa are very special because they always give me treats when I come home with them. My special thing about my granny is that she's kind and caring, and we love to play outside with the animals, and we love to get lots of sweets. My special thing about my grandfather is that he always loved me, and he was a hiker just like how I am. While he loved climbing mountains, and he loved beetroot so much. He used to take beetroot juice and bath outside with it. I love my granny because she's special to me. I love my granny because when I hurt myself, she helps me. I love my grandparents because they're always so awesome and funny. The nice thing about my grandpa is when we always go to their house, he always gives us ice cream. The one thing I like about my granny is that we always get to play in her garden and always get sweets. I love Granny and Grandpa except Grandpa because you passed away. But I'm still happy that Jesus is looking after you. Granny, I'm afraid that I'm going to leave you and I'm moving on a new house, but I still love you and we will visit. Thank you. Bye. Because they're my Granny and Grandpa, and they're also sometimes quite funny.
I love my granny and grandpa because when I hurt myself, they're always there for me.
I love my Granny and Grandpa because they always take us to the shops and buy sweets when we come.
I love my granny and grandpa because they give me love.
I love my Granny and Grandpa because when I hurt myself, my grandpa helped me put a bandage on me.
I love my grandparents because they're kind and funny.
I love my gran because I love baking with her, and anytime I'm sick, because she used to be a nurse, but now she's retired, she just knows basically everything about me, and anytime I'm sad, she just knows what to do.
I love my grandparents because they live right by me. I love my grandparents because they make me laugh. I love my grandparents because they hug me when I need them. I'm always allowed in the sweet jar.
My grandpa always comes, every time he comes over, he always tickles me.
I love my Granny and Grandpa because they're always kind and caring for me, and I love them so much.
They always play with me and read books.
I want to talk about my grandma because she's the most kindest woman I've ever met.
My grandpa gives things something special to me to keep, and my granny also tickles me and she gives me breakfast. And I have a sleepover with her and we play pillow fights.
I love my Granny and Grandpa because they both are good cooks, even though my grandpa just uses the muffin mix. My grandparents are so special, and even my grandpa's in heaven, I still remember him. I love my grandparents and I'm very lucky because they all live very close to me.
I love my grandparents because they always care and look after me.
I love my Granny Mel and Granddad Keith because they used to work at this school at Aftercare, and they're very funny and kind. And she got me this new watch for my birthday this year. And my granny, and yesterday my granny, when I came home, she made me popcorn. So my granny is really special to me. She very recently helped me convince my dad to get a pony. And my gran also is really good at cooking, and she's really kind.
She's very special to me and I love baking with her. My grandma's very special to me. She's kind. She picks me up after school and sometimes she lets me have treats. And I just love her very much. If you're watching this, Grandma, I love you so much. I love my grandparents because they brighten up my day.
The thing I like my grandpa is that he's a doctor, and also when I was young I went to his house and then I had like ultra milk there, and yeah.
My granny is very special to me. She's very kind, and every time she visits me, we visit her. She gives us a hug. She's always so happy, and she's the best granny in the whole world. And if my granny is watching this, I want to say I love you very much, and you're the best granny in the whole world.
I love my granny because she always helps me with my work, and she takes me to gymnastics, and then if I do a gymnastics competition she calls me and wishes me luck. And I also love my grandpa because when we were little, he used to take me and my sister geocaching, and it was very fun. But once we got lost.
I love my Oma because when we moved here 2 years ago, she always helped me and encouraged me so that we could move here. I love my granny because she makes the best food. She makes me smile every day. That's why I love her. And she encourages me to do best things every day.
My grandma makes special food. She makes mutton curry, then my grandpa always gives me something, and then we go to shops together, my grandma.
I love my Nana because when I'm sick she always helps me and she takes us to the shops and buys us sweets every day.